Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the last Steelers Dynasty podcast show of 2025. We've decided tonight to get one in. We wanted to keep the Wednesday nights going strong. It's a big week, and I appreciate you guys for showing up. I'm your host, Bubba Brewer, and we are going to start talking Steelers versus Ravens. But before I do that, I have to bring on the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Football, and also my co-host of Steelers Dynasty Podcast. And we're going to be doing a quick show at 10 o'clock tonight on the Triple B Experience to talk about pulp culture, and we'll be doing that right after this show. So it's 2 hours of me, Shane, and it's an hour of cable. So if you guys want to join, you guys are more than happy to. But ladies and gentlemen, welcoming as the co-host, special field correspondent, Shane Stodmiller. Hi, Shane.
Hi, I'm watching a little college football. Miami's beating Ohio State, which is always entertaining.
That's good.
Miami, the Hurricanes are like a heel.
Those are two teams that I truly, truly despise.
Yeah. If you have a good heel, it makes for a good, entertaining, event. But anyways,
happy early New Year's Eve to you. Speaking of heels.
Right.
I can't think of anything more promising than the heel organization of the Baltimore Ravens.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah, I like that. That's a good Hogan stance. I like that. So I am I'm starting right off the gate hot. Like, we don't have a lot of ammunition in our on our weaponry, but you being a military guy, sometimes if you don't have enough ammo, you can actually defend something, correct?
If you have the high ground. If you have the high ground, and it depends. If you have an ambush, that's the best thing. If you can ambush the opposition, that's what you say. But you want to have mass your weapons all into one place, mass casualties. The first couple minutes is the most important. That's with the Steelers. They have to strike while the iron's hot early in the game, score a couple points. Holy shit, there's a lot of people in chat.
I know. I'm getting everybody. Everybody, welcome. Thank you, guys, because I know there's going to be people partying for New Year's Eve, and we appreciate you guys popping in. And I would say the ambush. I like the ambush.
Yeah, like an L-shaped ambush, kind of like let me think of a movie, The Patriot. Remember where they didn't have the numbers, but they had that high ground, they had cover,
right?
They were able to pick off the British.
So the ambush to me would be Pat Fryermuth, because we hardly ever use that weaponry.
Right. Middle of the field. Middle of the field
is also the high ground.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have Tomahawk missiles. Well, I hope so. I hope Aaron Rodgers throws missiles.
Or you never have. Most forces don't have, close air support or artillery to start off with. That would be great, but
well, let's break
together maybe.
Yeah, huh? Let's break down a little bit of the Steelers Ravens history, because I do hate this matchup. Sunday night. This is the most marquee matchup of anybody. People were bitching about the 49ers, Seattle Seahawks should be in a different spot than the Steelers. People are bitching because the Steelers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Steelers are on at 8 o'clock because the Steelers organization is the most popular, successful organization in sports. That's why they're getting beat Sunday night, because NBC sees a lot of revenue. There's a lot of Steeler fans out there, and this big matchup against the Baltimore Ravens is for all the marbles.
Yep.
We're not talking about Sunday's fucking debacle. We already talked about that. We are focusing on the Baltimore Ravens. So Shane, you had a little bit. How intense is this rivalry, Shane?
Well, most rivalries go back 50, 60 years. This only goes back to 96, but Steelers lead the series 36-27. But there's backstory, and you guys all know this, but I'm just saying this for all the folks that might not know this. Basically, the Ravens or the Browns 2.0. Yeah. So that that hatred kind of just spilled over into the new name, the Ravens. The Browns are now like, I still hate the Browns, but now
I hate them too. I hate everybody in our division.
But they're not. A lot of that hatred was transferred over in the 90s, like 94, when the Browns kind of went tits up, and moved.
96 is not a long time to have this heated rivalry. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, this is like yesterday when we talked. This is like a wrestling, boxing match, UFC fight. This is for all the marbles. This is like when you tape your fists up and you stick your fists in like fucking glass.
Now just going back week to week. Okay, let's talk about some of the matchups. Steelers lead 37-27. Okay, and now just since 2021, Steelers lead 7-3. But it's really tough because it just seems like the Steelers from like 2020 January 1st, 2023 until November 2024, the Steelers had a streak of like 4 or 5 wins.
Right.
Since then, they've only won 1 out of 4.
And last year's debacle in the playoffs when Henry ran all over us, and then they beat us in Baltimore, but we beat them this year. And I don't give a shit if likely had that catch. Joey Porter just completed that coverage, and he played the whole play through. That's something. Like, it's going to be cold too, because it's cold right now in Western Pennsylvania. There's snow, a lot of snow, and I heard it's going to get even worse tomorrow.
It's gonna get real cold tomorrow. It's gonna stop snowing about 2 a.m. I went and shoveled about 6 o'clock. I went back out. There's another 4 or 5 inches there. So we have to have at least 8 inches on the ground.
Okay. So yeah, that's a lot. So they're going to run the ball. Both sides are going to run the ball. Now, speaking of who you want to see at quarterback for Baltimore, Shane, Huntley or Lamar Jackson?
Let me ask Chat AI.
Ask the chat. Yeah. Ask Chat GBT in it.
Yeah.
I do. I hate the Ratbirds more than the old Houston Oilers team. And realistically, I just saw a video of Gary Anderson beating Jerry Glanville in the wild card game New Year's Eve night. So this is historic. New Year's Eve night, many, many decades ago, on the leg of Gary Anderson, we beat the Houston Oilers to go to Denver.
I have the results from my Chat GPT.
Chat
GPT has told me the easier opponent for the Steelers would likely be Tyler Snoop Huntley rather than Lamar Jackson. Now, the reasoning is this. This is what ChatGPT gives me. Lamar Jackson's impact is a dynamic dual threat capability of making explosive plays, both passing and running. Even with the Steelers historically having success against him, current analysts predict difficulties for Pittsburgh against him with the losses they've had previously this season. Now, injury and backup. Because he's had an ankle injury, he's been limited in practice, and in his absence, Tyler Huntley has been the most capable of managing against the Steelers. Huntley is statistically less explosive than Lamar, but he still has high levels of playmaking ability. Betting lines suggest the Ravens are less favored with Huntley starting, and the Steelers could have a better chance of winning. Now,
but he's coming off. Afton says, will he be 100%? And he's also coming off that back injury, which if he starts getting pounded by Highsmith and Herbig and Jack Sawyer, because I'm going in this game without TJ Watt. If we get a sampling or a sighting of TJ Watt, I know he's been limited in play. I have a little article about the injury report and stuff like that I'm going to do later. I'm okay. Like, I'm not thinking that TJ is going to play. I'm already focusing. If TJ plays, that's just a cherry on top. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm going with.
The best scenario, The best scenario
Okay.
would be Lamar Jackson starts, gets with a week's worth of prep time in practice, has to come out because he's injured, and then Huntley goes in without having that week of rep with the ones.
It doesn't matter who plays.
Yeah.
I don't care who plays because it's the Ravens. They're all in purple. I don't care. And George also doubts that TJ play. I don't think he's going to play Sunday, and I'm not worried about that. I know that they, like Derrick Henry is the force that we have to worry about. In the last 3 games, he has rushed for 440 yards, 6 touchdowns. Okay. And in the last 3 games he played against the Steelers, he rushed for 442 and 2 scores. Now, if the Steelers defense can hold him under 80 yards, the Pittsburgh Steelers will win. Do you agree or disagree?
120, I think they win.
Hold him to what?
Under 100, 120, $1.25, something like that.
If he rushes for $1.25, we still win.
It would be close, but anything under 100, you definitely win. I mean, son of a gun. I mean, if he 100 yards is a lot in any football game, whether it's college, high school, NFL. I don't know.
And Afton says they said that TJ had a full week. He had a full week, but he was limited today in practice. And then Devil says sign Debo for a game. Oh, that would be Debo and then Antonio Brown.
Debo just for the motivational. I'm going to kick your ass if you don't go out there and kick ass.
Yeah, and that would be cool. Yeah, because I do like Debo is like coming out in his Steeler garb and just more pro Steeler in him than you ever heard Debo, because now Debo's a talker. You know what I mean? No, I don't think that's worth signing. I don't think Diggs is worth signing at all. What do you think, Shane?
Yeah, you give him Pickens and take Trevon Diggs after he's just shit the bed. I don't know. What the hell? Sign him. Jesus.
Hey, there's been a lot.
That's a lot riding on him.
And his brother's in trouble too. And another guy from New England, their defensive lineman's in trouble. So you got 2 starters, I believe, of New England's in trouble. So I'm not worried about that because we don't see him anytime soon. But he went to the Packers.
Really? Okay.
Shower 3. They don't. Yeah. And speaking of that, the execution Sunday night in Pittsburgh has to be exquisite. Aaron Rodgers has to play his best game as a Steeler by just keeping Henry off the field and scoring touchdowns. What else do you think he needs to do?
Oh, my. I would have to say, I don't think they have to be perfect. I think they just have to take care of the ball. If Yaya and Benton and those guys up there in the middle of that freaking field can make some stops and just get after it, man, that's gonna be the difference. Because Henry's, Derrick Henry's gonna eat. He's gonna get his yards, but you just got to keep it down to, like you said earlier, you said it yesterday, third quarter or third down. First, second down, you get him a few yards, but that third down, if it's 3rd and long, you gotta get him off.
You gotta stop him. Yeah, you gotta get him off the field. And if TJ Watt does play, I'm okay with TJ Watt coming in on 3rd down. I am okay with that. If he does play, if he does, I don't know. And not having TJ Watt and then not having DK Metcalf, as we've been talking about, our receiving core, this is the weakest receiving core in Steelers history that I can think of, because I think it's not the execution that's going right because of Freiermuth.
Yeah,
you have a lot of injury, and you have the suspension of DK Metcalf.
Yeah, that suspension, just the longer I think about it, the more disgusted I am with the whole situation.
I'm telling you, that dude goes to court. He is going to be countersued because he actually said something the first time he lied on when he lied. He said he wasn't racist. He said racial comments, and I don't know what he said, and I'm not going to ever say it on the show, but I know he's like, I hate animal cruelty and whatever. Well, that guy's a jackass. So cruelty to jackasses, you know what you do with a jackass? You smack him on the backside. I mean, you ever hear that burrow? Hey, you know what I mean? Going down. I mean, I think my sister got kicked off a jackass one time when we were little kids.
Really?
Yeah, it fucking
Remember
hurt.
Games, you'd bring in those donkeys and the donkey basketball.
I would never do that though. I'd fall. I'd be so brittle. If I fall now, I'm like porcelain glass. But you said you had something you were reading about the big, huge injury to Darnell Washington.
Yes,
and that is huge also.
It came on my phone about an hour ago, and it was a picture of Darnell in the hospital gown with, it's like the official tweet they have. I guess the injury is season ending, as Aston had referred to last week. Required pins and serious surgery, but he said pray for him. He thinks that it might affect his career. So this is going to be a difficult thing for him to come back from, especially at that position with the size he is. Guy that's 190 pounds recovering from a wrist injury. If he falls again, he's falling on 190 pounds. Right. He's not falling on 310 pounds. I mean, that's a big difference.
I think he's more than 310. I think he's probably, he's not my size weight wise, but he's probably at 320, 325. And he can move like a ballerina. I cannot, I just think that'll be bad for the blocking, but they have to have Spencer Anderson or somebody come in, use Connor Hayward in a different kind of situation. They just got to have Aaron Rodgers be Aaron Rodgers. I do believe if Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, we're winning.
Take the fighters off him. Take the whatever restriction you have on him. Just let him go buck wild. Let him just.
I mean, there's a lot of storylines in this Sunday night's game, man. Besides whoever wins, they go and win the AFC North, which is going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. You have a lot of storylines that could be coming to an end. Okay. You could have Aaron Rodgers retiring.
Cam Hayward.
You have Harbaugh maybe getting fired from Baltimore. I'm not even bringing up the other coaching situation for the Steelers. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If the Steelers lose and they lose a chance to win the title, then everybody's going to talk about it, and we'll be talking about it. And let's just put it this way. If the Steelers I'm taking them to win. I am. But if the Steelers score 7 or 10 points and get blown the fuck out Sunday night, I hate to say it, Steeler Nation, my Steeler gloves are coming off because I can't. I can't wait around anymore. This is the year that I thought.
My pitchfork and my torch. It's around here somewhere.
Yeah,
and I'm
because I know when the Steelers aren't in the playoffs, being in the bar business for a long, long time. You know what I mean? Like the Steelers in the playoff time, the revenue, the economy, it just booms everything. And who doesn't want to watch the Steelers in the playoffs? The playoffs is a different entity in itself, better than regular season.
Giant Eagle has a different feel.
So does Chiefs and Get-Go.
Get-Go's not owned by Giant Eagle anymore. Circle K bought them.
Oh, I did not know that.
I
can't pick. I'll never pick against the Steelers. Future, I will never ever do that. You'll never hear me on this show ever. And I the only time I have to is when we do our yearly picks, because I have to, because they can't go 17-0. But Arthur Smith, if he doesn't call a game. Now, let me ask you a question, Shane, and in the chat too. If this is just an if question, if it doesn't go our way, does Aaron Rodgers fucking say fuck you, Arthur Smith. I'm calling the fucking plays halfway through the third quarter, and it's fucking game on. Instead of that last drive in Cleveland, like he starts calling maybe in the second quarter, maybe he just says fuck it. What are they going to do to him? What can they do to Aaron Rodgers?
No, you're right.
What's Arthur Smith going to do? I'm going to put you in timeout.
No, that's not going to happen. I mean, I hope and pray that Aaron makes those calls and draws some shit up in the dirt. You know, like
Future says he should do it from the start.
Oh, absolutely. I think
and so does Chloe. Whatever we need to win. So
scripted the first couple series, and then I think Aaron's just going to go off of
Yeah, because like what's going to win, lose or draw, he ain't going to give a fuck. Tomlin don't fucking Aaron Rodgers. No offense, everybody. Even though Tomlin is whatever, Aaron Rodgers is fucking running that team. I believe Aaron Rodgers is running that team. He calls people out, and I'm sure he fucking tells Tomlin and fucking Arthur. I guarantee he does, because Aaron Rodgers Sunday in Cleveland threw 3 passes to MVP, and Tomlin never fucking bitched about it and never fucking said, don't do that ever. You know what I mean? So what's that tell you?
Oh.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, there's a lot of storylines. Now, when they win, that I mean, I don't want to go jumping ahead of myself on who we playing, because I honestly don't give a fuck until we win.
Oh, I was just going to ask that. What's likely? Let me see what the likely opponent is. Probably LA.
No, more than likely it'd be the Texans.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, they got to play in the cold, man. Texans, man, those guys. You know what I mean? I'm not sweating it, even though they're the number one defense. I don't care. It's a different game in the playoffs. Playoffs are different, and DK will be back, thank God. So that's. I just want to get through. We got to beat the Ravens, because Raven Nation, those boneheads down there, they're fucking there. They got their pitchforks and fucking torches ready to go.
Right.
And Lamar Jackson, I believe, is fucking. I believe he wants out of there. I believe he does.
Really? I thought they were renegotiating his contract.
I think he's his own He's his own agent.
Oh,
he's a knucklehead. Like, I understand you got to have an agent and give a percentage, but no offense, Lamar. You know what I mean? You got to fucking, you got to carry the two. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you can't, because you're probably not reading the fine print. You're not understanding the lingo of how contracts are worked, even though you're making big money and they paid you. But I think he wants out of Baltimore. I believe that. And Baltimore will go up in arms. And honestly, I hope the Steeler fans are showing up. Like, Steeler fans who are season ticket holders, they don't sell their tickets to Raven fans and have fucking purple everywhere. I wouldn't want to see that on my TV. You know what I mean? I mean, that's ridiculous, because we are doing a live stream at 8:00 Sunday in the new year, because this is the last show of the year. 87 shows we got so far. 87 Wednesday night shows we got. We're close to 100. And I want to thank everybody, for tuning in, subscribing, and hanging out with me and Shane on Wednesdays, Mondays, live streams and all that. And, and feeling this Steeler vibe, because we stop Henry, keep him under 100 yards. Aaron Rodgers, the script is he throws 3 touchdowns. He didn't throw any the week before. Maybe he saves a little bit, like a little bit of candy on the shelf. I don't know.
I'm looking at DraftKings right now and the money line, and Baltimore's -180 and Pittsburgh's +150. The spread, the Ravens at -3.5. The total over and under is 40.5.
I would go with the under, but that's me.
Me too.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Hey, 23-17 Pittsburgh. I see Pat Fryermuth being the unsung hero. And I would like to see, let me see if you would agree with me on this. I would like to see Gainwell lining up in a receiving position.
Yeah, I'd put him out. I'd put him out there too. What else?
Yeah, I mean, you got to do whatever you got to. This is it. Whatever tricks you have in your bag, your Steeler bag, you have to put them out there come Sunday night. You can't leave. You have to drain everything. You cannot, not leave anything on the shelf because then that'll be terrible. So, I mean, it's just, it's a big game. And it come down to this. And there's another big game, like I said, the 49ers in Seattle. And then I think the Packers in Tampa Bay. But the Steelers, of course, are more deserving because our fan base is all around the world and in Mars. I don't know if you knew that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Jupiter and Uranus.
Well, hopefully we kick somebody's Uranus. It'd be the
Now,
Ravens' Uranus.
Speaking of kick your Uranuses, I'm going to go over the injury report. You want to go over them real quick? I'll
sure can.
So Steelers have what do they have? Six cats are listed as questionable.
Mm-hmm.
DK's ineligible, so he's not going to play. Kelvin Austin has a hamstring. He's questionable.
How long he's been out? What, 3 games now?
Yeah, 3 games, I think.
That's a bad hamstring.
Left guard Isaac Somalo, tricep is listed as questionable, and then we know TJ Watt has a chest injury. He's questionable. We still, we hear that he's practicing, but I agree with you, Bubba. I don't think he's going to be.
If he shows up, he's a third down linebacker coming in on a huge 3rd and long, and hopefully we can get the quarterback. But I don't know. Thank you, whoever gave the dry needle. I appreciate it.
And these last two cornerbacks break my heart because they've been playing some good ball. James Pierre, his calf, he's listed as questionable, and then Brandon Eccles, his groin.
Yeah, both those two have been very, very good for Steelers this year.
Now, the Ravens, on the other hand, have Lamar Jackson, his back. Now, the back is crazy because he could feel good, and then all of a sudden it hurts again. So that's kind of a tough one to read.
Unless they shoot him up.
Yeah, of course they're going to shoot him up. Defensive tackle has a knee. David Bryan has a knee injury, and he's on the IR. Justice Hill, the running back, his neck, he's on the IR. Linebacker Adisa Isaac, he's eligible to be activated from the IR for Sunday's game, but Harbaugh probably won't play him, is what I've read. So that's the rundown, real quick.
As of Wednesday. Well, since this is a big, huge game, and the Ravens are coming to Heinz Field because I don't call it ASCII Shore in Week 18, the AFC North title will be on the line, of course, and the loser's done. Okay, that's the first time such an all-or-nothing game has been played in the history of the division.
Really?
Yes, the AFC North was formed. I'm reading this now. Was formed out of the old AFC Central in 2002. Since 2010, the final week of regular season has featured nothing but divisional matchups. But despite that, just once before has the AFC North title been on the line for both teams in the same game, and never with the stakes as high as Sunday's contest will be. The Steelers have played for the division title in the final week of the regular season once before, and the Steelers and Cincinnati Bengals played for the AFC North crown in the final week of 2014, with the Steelers winning 27-17 on the strength of 2 Antonio Brown touchdowns, leading them to the sixth title at that point. Okay, but this will be the first year since 2019, Shane, that just one AFC North team's going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
In 24 years of divisional action, 43 teams had advanced to the postseason, nearly 2 per year average. So out of the AFC North, we have wild card and, stuff like that this year. This is Highlander. This is
only be one.
There's only could be one, and the one will be black and gold.
Cue Freddie Mercury singing.
Yeah, and then it's the quickening. The quickening is hopefully the running backs of the Steelers Yeah. And Pat Fryermuth. They have to have a game plan to bring him in because he can't be happy with what has been going on this year. Can't be. He just can't be. So, I mean, Sunday night, 8:00, and you said that yesterday. Are you switching a little bit, or are you still going with what you picked yesterday?
I hate to say it, but I just don't feel. I my feels. I think it's going to be a bad day.
Well, I'm telling you, if it turns into your bad day, then the off season is going to be just it's going to be on fire. And I don't want to see that. I want to see the Steelers, get into the dance. I want to see Aaron Rodgers. I want to see Aaron Rodgers in a playoff game for the Steelers. That's what I want. I want to see that. I just want to see. I want to see how he, can take, because it's 0-0 when you get to the playoffs.
It'd be a home playoff game.
Yes, it'd be a home playoff game with Aaron Rodgers. Who wouldn't want that for fucking early Christmas gift?
I wouldn't want that so bad.
I know. I mean, it got swept. You know what? We were dancing with the smoking hot girl last week. We were getting ready to kiss and wine and dine her, and then she fucking said, "Fuck you," smacked us, and then we got to try again. You gotta tighten that tie up, and comb slick your hair back, pull your pants, beer. I don't know what you got to do. And then you got to go and look, look, let's have a drink. Let's have a drink. And then go from there. And Afton has tickets for that game, and George just said that. And
this weekend,
no, she has the playoff tickets.
Oh
yeah. So Rodgers got to win just for Afton right now.
Yes, do it for Afton.
Do it for Afton. Afton, the Steelers are going to win this game for you, Afton. Besides of all the millions and millions of Steeler fans, Aaron Rodgers, Pat Fryermuth, Kenny Gainwell, Jaylen Warren, all for Afton. All playing for Afton come Sunday night at 8. And it's 23-17 Pittsburgh. Afton's getting her tickets, packing her bags. Woo! And she's coming to the Berg, baby. So that's what we all got to cheer for, too. We got to cheer for Afton to get to Pittsburgh.
That's right.
Do it for Afton and Kathy.
Afton, I hope you're driving, because that's like a 18-hour drive. If you're flying, I hope you're not driving that 18 hours.
Oh, you don't want to drive because the roads are bad. I mean, the weather's bad everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, and you're what's important. Yes. Yeah, and plus you got tickets and you're already prepared. That's the thing. I remember when I used to go to playoff games. Oh, they're flying. I remember when I used to go to playoff games, I was fucking like a kid in Christmas. I was excited. I've been to a lot of playoff games in my lovely career. But I'm just older now to go. I like to do the live stream, and hopefully I don't break anything.
For tonight, on Facebook, you had tickets. Jeff Booth had tickets to stay at home on his couch.
Oh, yeah. Now, everybody had that. Well, look what we're doing. 30 years ago, we would have never done a Steelers podcast. New Year's Eve night, I'd have been. No, I'm good. Gene called me up, and I took the phone call. He's like, "Come on, Bubba," and I'm like, "Oh, Gene, I just look. I have to work the next day. I can't call off.
You need to go in the cold and sit.
Oh, I sit in the cold. My hands get cold anymore. I was shoveling snow in my hand. It's hard. Devil, 2026, Devil. I got to look like you. I got to get in shape and take these steel plates and T-bone steaks. And I mean, I'm taking what am I taking now?
Yeah.
Beet stuff. I got some vitamins, trying to eat right. I really am. And this is the third day. So I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking for the whole month of January either. I don't drink that much anyway. I need a steel table. Yeah. the Duffer Brothers? Who are those guys?
The guys do Stranger Things. Mitch is watching it next door.
Oh, I haven't watched any of that yet. I haven't watched
the first three episodes of this year.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk about it here in about 20 some minutes. But this is the last. Next time you guys see us will be a live stream. Yep. Maybe I might do some live stuff. I don't know. Sometimes I decide to get on live, and I just and I don't know how the live. I don't know how I can bring. I don't think when I do a live I can bring people in because I don't know how that works. But
you go to invite. You just invite people.
Oh, okay. Well, then if I do a live this week before Saturday or Sunday, I'll let you know, Shane, and try to bring you on because I did a live the other night, and people jumped on because we're gonna do some more stuff on this show. You know what I mean? Stuff. I think we'll probably stream some. You got wings. We might stream a couple of the NFL playoff games too. If Shane's up to that. Yeah, because we don't have. First off, I won't unless it's Steelers. I won't be excited. My color commentating. We'll be talking about wings probably. Waiting is the hardest part. Because I don't like it either. And I'm working Sunday till 3:30, so I'm working some. I'm going to try to make as much I need to because I got a leak in my shower. I tried to fix it. It didn't. I did Flex Seal or Flex whatever. It didn't go right.
The head.
The bottom of the shower. My shower. I sprayed it and it didn't dry right. It bubbled. And I took a shower and it kept dripping down in the downstairs where I'm at. So when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. We got it cleaned up. It's 3 hours from now. This year has been whatever. So it'll be like an etch a sketch.
Now go on the show and watching water come down and running upstairs. We're live.
Yeah, I had an air conditioning problem once before, and I was freaking out. And God bless my father-in-law Butch at the time. Butch came over and fucking gave me a hand, because Tam's car is not working, and that's the first thing I thought of was Butch coming. Something's wrong with the car. Her car, it's in the garage. If it rains, it pours, but. I will say this, people, and to you, Shane, I cannot be negative at my house. My wife told me. No more.
That's why I'm negative this week.
Yeah. But, wait. Okay, go ahead, Future. There's not any dumb questions in Steelers Dynasty podcast. Go ahead. What's your question? What's your question?
Some dumb ones.
What's your question? The question is, we're going to win. Rodgers is going to throw a couple touchdowns. And Afton's coming to Pittsburgh next week, the week after. So I hope it's not a plumbing question because I'm not a good construction guy.
They charge a
here we go. Here it starts. No, I no. No. I don't like that.
No.
I don't look. I'm not happy with the many years of we had winning seasons and stuff, and we haven't had playoffs that went our way. I'm a typical Yinzer. I do not forget stuff. I know Mark's like, you Yinzers are all fucking whatever, blah 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 blah. Well. Being a Steeler fan since the mid-70s and dealing with the 80s, I don't forget shit. So when you're playing football, you have to beat the teams. And I know they have to play too, okay? But when they're a shitty record, you're supposed to pound the piss out of them. I want them to be in the playoffs. I want to win against Baltimore. I want to see, yes, I'm keeping the receipts. I want to see Aaron Rodgers, Future, guide the Steelers at home in a playoff atmosphere. Nobody thought this would ever happen. I never thought that Aaron Rodgers would be a goddamn Steeler. I never thought that.
I never did either.
So they're not going to ever. Tomlin will leave on Tomlin's accord. Rooney is not going to they're not firing him. So people, there's a lot of Steeler fans that are unhappy, and they're unhappy because here's my definition of the Yunzers, because I can speak for the Yunzers, maybe, because I'm a Yunzer, about why they're so unhappy because, we've had so much good talent and we didn't get anything done. Because when we had to kill their bees, we have nothing to show for it. And sometimes we're tired of the same ridicule, recycled press conferences. When
it looks like cut and paste. It's a cut and paste press conference. It's like,
yeah, and I know he's got to be cut and dry. I understand that, but also too, when you say you're going to unleash hell and don't, that come back to bite you in the ass too. Because there's stuff in my life where I said stuff and it come back to bite me in the ass. If I said I'm going to unleash hell, that means that all the buildings are destroyed, cars are turned over, people are fleeing because hell is coming. That's what when you unleash hell.
Or
when you get your ass beat.
Like Ghostbusters.
Yeah. And then you have the, Rick Moranis is the key master. I'm the key master. Yeah. But
I'm Zool.
He didn't. You're right. No, look, and I spoke about this in the opening of the show, midway through the show, about the Steelers going down to Houston and beating Houston New Year's Eve night. This is the anniversary of whatever. Look, Chuck Noll didn't have a lot of good players, and Chuck Noll, that was probably Chuck's greatest coaching, because they got beat by Cleveland 54-0 and 49-7 or something in the first two games. They got shell-shocked almost 100 points to maybe 7. And it was bad. And nobody thought that they would actually ever would get anywhere. And it got to, they beat the Houston Oilers. Okay. They didn't have a good offense like we're talking about right now. They didn't have a quarterback like we have now. They had fucking Bobby Brister, and they went down to Houston on a leg of Gary Anderson and fucking won. Nobody thought that was coming.
51-yarder.
And the only people that are taking the Pittsburgh Steelers are the true diehard Steeler fans. I'm one of them right here. And because the media is not taking us, which the media is not going to take us. They want Baltimore is not going to win, people. And then we will go into the playoffs, and whoever we got, we'll talk about it. No, you can't. I would never ever root for the Steelers to lose. That's just fucking. I get like the sunglasses did not need to come out in Cleveland because it wasn't sunny. I don't know why, but when they win, we're in. If they lose, we booze. If we lose to the Ravens, what if? Then everybody's going to want him to go. But until then, and I'm here to tell you, Shane, because this could be the last podcast before the live stream. If we do not win, I'm going to say blow it the fuck up, because I'm going to be fucking pissed off. Because I took them to win the Super Bowl or get into the AFC Championship game, and it didn't happen. That's if. I'm taking them to win. I'm trying to play both scenarios, but the scenario I want is the Steelers 23-17. You know what I mean, Shane? So I'll get off preaching here, because I was getting off in the Yinzer preacher box here. But I just want to say to you, Shane, and we're going to be doing a show here in about less than 15 minutes. The 9-8 trophy's coming. God, I hope not. I hate that trophy. Don't you hate that trophy?
Yeah, Jones. That's it.
I hate that trophy. I hate that 9-8 trophy. That's like the small little trophy you got when you were like a fucking Boy Scouts, and you got the.
I think I picked 9 or 8 or 10 and 7 beginning of the season.
You did pick them 9 and 8. You actually picked you changed your record.
Ron, I added a win. So.
Mm-hmm. That's like the little trophy case when you get it at the boxcar derby for Boy Scouts, the little trophy. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Okay. But hey, look, Sunday night, 8 p.m. Get ready, people. We're live streaming live watch party. I appreciate you guys all for subscribing. We were 2 away from 700. We're almost at 400,000 views. So, I mean, hats off to you guys. Yep, she will, because she wants to go to Pittsburgh, and that's what we're doing. The whole live stream is like after the Pittsburgh. Thank you, Priority. Thank you so much. Shane, thank you for everything you do, because you do a lot of stuff. You know, so I appreciate you. But ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year to all you guys in the Steelers Nation. Thank you. And everybody that listens to Steelers Dynasty podcast. We do appreciate this community so much, so much. I've never seen anything like it. But I want to tell you before I get out of here, my TikTok is fucking blowing up because my Myles Garrett sucks. I got damn near 10,000 views on that. I'm not a TikToker, but damn it, I'll try to do anything to get people to watch this podcast. So, I mean, I'll dance, I'll make balloon things, but yeah, we're going to get out of here because myself and Shane and Cable is going to be on my other channel called the Triple B Experience, and we're going to talk about the 10 top pulp culture news and situations that we like in our own opinion. I have them written down here on my pad, and they're probably all about the same. But Shane, I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Bye, chat.
You still taking the Ravens?
No, I'm not. I'm taking this.
Are you?
My mind. I might be changing my mind before.
I'm going to use. Hold on. Let me use my Jedi mind trick.
Kickoff. I'll tell you on Sunday.
Oh, okay. I'll take it. Okay, guys. Thank you guys so much. Happy New Year's to you. Thank God 2025 is over, because it could have been a little better, but we'll talk about it here shortly on the Triple B Experience, guys. Peace out. Shane, I'll see you in a bit. Good night, everybody.